What's up, everybody? Real quick video, out of breath. Just finished doing my planks and push-ups. Keep my old ass in shape. I did not want another day to go by without talking about the mega Sunday funday and some of the antics and stuff that happened. I got to do some editing. I just sat down and looked at some of my footage, and it kind of sparked some conversation. We flew at a very normal spot, JFK Middle School, right by me. There was every kind of new drone that you can imagine, from a really kick-ass Phantom 4 to that new Skydio. I brought these two guys here. It's Tues and Enigma, and there was problems with everything that went in the air, as in transmission problems, FPV problems, failsafes. Their drones trying to initialize and set up SD card stuff. Every single thing that went up in the air had some weird form of static, disruption, whatever you want to call it. And trying to figure out what the hell would cause that. That's just a very odd thing. And right before my shower, I was sitting down and I did a pack in Tatas with the new GoPro mount, which I got to add this thing in here because I had some jello. It could be the props too. But I was reviewing. It wasn't Tata, sorry, it was Enigma. John had put up his Mavic Air, and I was flying and ripping around it, and I got some good footage. And then towards the end, where we were having some issues, the GoPro, which wasn't transmitting, that goes right to the SD card, has some crazy feedback, and it started cutting out. Like if you were in between channels on the old school TVs, I'm 42, so when I was like 10 or so, when I had my first TV upstairs, if you were in between channels on the little clicker, you'd have this line that would kind of move down and it'd get kind of caught and then it'd go away. That's the best way to describe the DVR footage from the GoPro. So coming from the SD card, nothing transmitted. So now I'm 100% convinced. And it was only on this flight. This flight was fine, other than the shitty jello from the props probably. But how do you explain that? I went and tested thinking maybe the GoPro was bad or something happened to it, because there was a couple dings off the ground because the FPV footage on this guy kept dumping out, which it never does, and in very weird spots. So I did a quick test, walked around the house with it, and it's perfectly fine. But maybe I'll do a video of just what it did. Brian from Drone Trade let me rip and help set up some of his quads and tune a little bit. It's the Emax Freestyle, little 2.5 incher. What a freaking little beast that thing is. He had it running on tues, and I did some crazy maneuvers and was power looping one of the soccer nets. I can't even describe how close I got, coming down the pole and going underneath it. Holy crap. And it survived a couple good crashes because the FPV feed kept cutting out on his quad, and like I said, all of mine. But it survived some crashes, so it is a true test if you're looking at those. I may build one, but I'd have to do a different board. I really like the frame, but it's not Spectrum, so I'd have to get an all-in-one little, maybe a beta FPV board or something like that. What else? John, holy crap, dude. Talk about an awesome, down-to-earth, just totally relaxed guy. He brings out a couple grand worth of quads. Like I said, that Skydio, that blue and black thing. He had the Mavic Air. He had the Mavic Mini, which did not like the wind very much. I forget, there was one other one he brought. One of the Mavic Pro, whatever. That's the only one I didn't fly. But he just handed me the controller. He's like, here, fly these. I'm like, yeah. The Skydio is neat. It's definitely worth like a full review, just the way that it flies, its characteristics, and then the sensors. I mean, it's got some really cool pros and cons. Even like the big soccer nets trying to fly in between that huge gap was definitely triggering sensors, and it came very slow. But we ended up getting it done. Definitely. It was pretty cool. So shout to him. It was a great time. It definitely is going to be hopefully a repeating thing. I'm going to try to work together with them. And I think we'll just stick with the simple name of New England FPV, and try to get a group and people that are in this area and close by that want to get together, especially when it's warm out, and get some guys flying together, maybe doing some whoop races and stuff. So I don't know what the hell time is. It's got to be close to 8. Yeah, so it was a super dope time. Super weird. I hope they comment on all the weird interference. Check them out. John Denardo. You can just type in his name and his channel comes up. and Drone Tread on me, a fellow new member of the family over here. Check out his channel. He's got some great stuff. I know he did like a little preemie video of some of the antics that we had. Like I said, I got some video footage of us horsing around and talking, and then some drone stuff. Like I said, see how close two of the drones could get together before the sensors would interact with one another and push them back and forth. I got to fly Phantom for the first time. I've never been a huge fan of Phantoms, and it looks, it was like Kirby, the way that it looked in the air, like a big brick, just big white brick, not aerodynamic looking at all. But flying that for the first time, and yes, it's meant for aerial photography and not going fast. But I tell you what, that thing it's like a Cadillac in the air. You're going forward, and you stop pushing forward, and it still takes its sweet time before it wants to come back and stop. So you actually have to play with the sticks a little bit, but I'm sure it gets some really killer shots. So that was definitely fun, flying that monster thing. What else? Yeah, like I said, Mavic Air was in the air, and I was dive bombing and going around it, so John should have some cool shots from the Mavic Air of that. And I'm going to leave it as that. I don't want to give away too much. Said some of the footage was just raw DVR footage. Like I said, I tuned his. He has the Emax Buzz and that little freestyle thing. And we have some footage, I believe, of that also. So stay tuned. Happy Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. I think it's Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? I don't know. I could be a whole day off. Let me see if I can. Let's find out here. Can I drag this down? No. Anyway, that's about it. You guys have a wonderful whatever evening it is. And we'll talk soon.